Hey, what's up, guys? Grandmaster Shaymin here, and I'm going to be doing a new video. It's kind of a prelude to a video that I'll be releasing shortly. I just have to do some video editing and make some quick adjustments to the video, but it should be out here within the next few days. The editing is going to be kind of a long process, but I felt like it was a topic that I was really passionate about, and it involves anime. So if you guys are interested, stay tuned for that. But this is just going to be kind of a vlog, I guess, but not really. I just want to talk about myself for a minute. I don't know how many people are going to watch or care. My vlogs seem to at least be doing somewhat well, but after just releasing one earlier today, um, I went in, I watched a movie, I came home, and I sat down and I was like, well, why am I feeling so depressed? I really want to try and get some work done, and this kind of led me to doing this video because I feel like this is a relatable topic to a lot of trans people. I don't know how many people will actually see it, but depression is kicking my ass, especially lately. So, I mean, I've talked about this a little before, but I had a pretty rough last 2 months, 2.5 months. Um, I moved in with my girlfriend, then we had a falling out, and I had to move again, and I got a new job, and I've been trying to get back into this, and I've been trying to promote my book, but nothing's really working, you know. I work 40 hours a week, and while my job really is kind of enjoyable, at least for the most part, I also have a lot of trouble. For instance, I only get a few hours when I get home from work. I wake up at like 6 in the morning and I don't get back until about 5 in the well, I leave at about just a bit before 7, and then I don't get home until 5. So it's a 10-hour day, an hour of travel time, and an 8-hour shift every single day. Um, well, 5 days a week. The other 2 days are days that I sit down here and try and record. And if you couldn't tell, based on the lighting, I'm not really well equipped for recording. Not only does my camera and lighting suck ass, but all I have is iMovie, a basic, video editing software, and I don't even have an HDMI or a HD capture card. I don't have a capture card at all for my PlayStation 4 or anything else. I had to stream that to this via the internet, and then I had to stream this to my video editing software. Well, not my video editing software, but my video capturing software. And then I had to download that to iMovie, and then I had to download that to YouTube just to get a video from my PlayStation to here. Um, so it's been kind of rough with that. You know, it makes things a lot more difficult, and I just feel a lot of stress because I enjoy what I do on YouTube. I really do. I love playing all of these games, Sakura Sadist and Foxhime Zero and Doki Doki. I'm really getting into the visual novel scene, and I really enjoy playing those visual novels. Not to mention, I enjoy role playing Skyrim. I do realize that I need to stop breathing so heavily and stuff, but It's fun. It's fun and exciting to do, despite my lack of ability to truly edit my videos. Not to mention my lack of humor. I'll be the first to admit I'm not the funniest person in the world, especially on the fly. Um, I'm much more of a serious person, I guess you could say. Um, I like to try and be funny, but I'm just not, especially when I'm trying to be funny. I suck. And it stresses me out, because I want to do this for a living. I want to be able to do YouTube and write my book. But the problem is I have to work full time because I literally don't have any other way to pay my bills. Yo, this is what I'm talking about. I don't have any other way to pay my bills. So I have to work 40 hours a week to pay my bills and to save up money for a $10,000 surgery and then eventually a $40,000 surgery because I don't think I'm going to be able to get insurance to cover any of it. So, a while back, when I first started this channel, I tried to do a GoFundMe, which failed miserably, obviously. One, I don't have any friends for the most part. And two, of the ones that I do have, they're poor. Well, poor enough to not, have to worry about it. Plus $10,000 is fuck ton. I just it stresses me out because every single day I wake up and I hate my life. I hate that I have to go to work at a place that, while it's okay, I would much rather be doing anything else. I would much rather make my living off of my novels. That would be the number one thing. If I could just write for a living, that would be what I would do. Or making these YouTube videos. I love making these YouTube videos, but it stresses me out because I feel like I need to try and get myself out there more and I don't know how. And the same thing goes for my book. I don't know how to promote it well. I can't get it professionally edited. So then I freak out because what if people buy it and then they hate it because I didn't get it professionally edited and I missed something during editing? And then there's just my natural depression that I've had for years since basically I found out that I was trans myself or started questioning even, where I wake up in the morning and I wish that I hadn't. Because in my dreams, I can be a girl. I can be physically a girl. I cannot feel this huge dysphoria down here. I hate it. Not to mention, no matter how much I try, I can't make my voice sound natural. And then I get easily embarrassed. So then I'm like, well, if my voice doesn't sound natural, there's no point in even trying. Not to mention this whole business about moving around, getting dumped, and finding a new job and starting in a new place and just it sucks. It really does. You know, it's difficult to explain to someone, how it's like to have basically chronic depression to where you don't even know really when it's coming. It's like I want to say the analogy is like if you're a blind man, a blind person on a boat with your leg hooked onto the boat, you're attached to it, and you're just sailing out in the middle of the ocean. You can't see anything, but you can hear it. You can hear these slight signs that maybe there's this big wave of depression coming at you, but you can't tell because you can't see. And whenever a wave hits, you fall off the boat, you go tumbling into the ocean, but your leg that's still attached to the boat is stuck on. You know, there are a lot of times when you want to give up and you just sit there in the ocean and it's like, well, it'd be better off if I just sat here. I don't know if I'll ever find my way to shore. But then that survival instinct kicks in. Your body naturally tries to live, and you get up anyway because it's too difficult to force yourself to let yourself drown. That's that's basically what depression feels like to me. I can potentially hear signs. I can feel it, but I don't know. And sometimes it seems so calm, and then bam, you just get hit. You know, I went out today. I went to a doctor's appointment. I came home to. I went to the movies first, and I watched Solo. And then I came back, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this. We'll see what I'm gonna do. I'll probably, play Pokemon, get those videos done. And then I go on and I look at the stats to see if any of my videos have done well, which of course, maybe less than 10 views. Skyrim still hasn't had any when I'm making this. And I just get hit. There it comes. Bam. Depression. And I don't feel like doing anything. And then I'm watching an anime, trying to calm myself down. One that I've watched before, called Hime Goto. It's a short show. I was just watching the first episode, hoping it would calm me down. Each episode's like 4 minutes. Um, but I read the manga before the anime came out, and it got me to thinking about traps in anime and traps, how people refer to people as traps in real life, and this whole growing issue that I have with traps in general. Um, and Hime Goto is one of those examples. I like the main character because it's not his fault. The student council is forcing him to dress up as a girl and join the student council. And I like his slow development as a character to where he starts getting interested in girls' clothing, where he starts trying it on in his sleep, or not his sleep, by himself, and gets interested in cross-dressing even while he's alone, and slowly actually finding out that maybe this is something that he's actually enjoying. But traps in anime, there's a lot that I have problems with, which you'll hear in that show, which I'm not going to get into now because it would take me probably 20 minutes or something. But it makes me jealous. Hime in that show, which is funny because Hime is princess in Japanese, and Hime Goto is I believe it's student council president princess or student council princess or something. Um, Whatever it is, I know that it's princess in there because Hime is princess, but he can pass easily. People don't even know that he's actually a guy until it's forced upon him, basically. And it makes me incredibly jealous because I can't pass if I wanted to. Real life is just harsh. Reality is a harsh mistress. And that mistress, I don't I don't want to be the slave of. It's hard. It's so difficult to even wake up in the morning to find a reason. Why should I keep going? I'm never going to raise $10,000. I don't even have enough money to buy any of the things that I want to make this channel better. All my money is trying to get potentially back into school to do a job that I don't even know if I really truly want to do. Because I'd much rather be a novelist. I'd much rather do YouTube. I'd much rather do a half dozen other things. I have to be practical because reality wants me to. And what sucks is that I wouldn't even really mind if I was just a girl. That's what really sucks, is that I would trade anything, anything, to be a girl. And when I say anything, I pretty much mean it. My own life, I would legitimately be enslaved to someone to be a girl. I don't care. That's how much it means to me. And I can't give you any good reason why other than it just feels so wrong to be alive the way that I am. I just, I don't know what to do about it. Because the way things are right now is that I have to accept it and live with it. And it's so difficult because for a lot of people, if they want something, they can usually go get it. It's a lot of hard work, but they can usually achieve something. They want a different colored hair, they just have to go dye it. If they want to be slimmer, they just got to go dye it and work out and other stuff. It's they got to keep at it, but they can do it. The problem though is that most of those people who now want to go on a diet, now want to be skinny and not the way that they currently are, if they had had those same feelings when they were younger, they wouldn't be in the same situation they are now. But that's the thing, is that I've had these feelings since first grade. And since first grade, I haven't been able to do anything about it. It took me 9 years to come out to my parents, and they reacted the exact way that I thought they would. Which sucks. I It's just hard to be the exception to the rule. You can be anything you want to be. Oh, I want to be an astronaut. I want to be a football player. I just want to be a girl like 50% of the people on this planet, roughly. People are literally born. Technically, I used to be a girl. So did literally everyone on this planet. Think about it. Before the Y chromosome comes in, every single person's a girl. For the first, what is it? Like first trimester or something? I don't remember exactly how long it is until the actual chromosome, the actual hormones kick in. It's just so difficult. You know, when I watch something like Jazz, world famous trans girl everywhere. When I watch her story, I can't help but feel jealous. Feel absolutely just full of jealousy because she can pass easy. Her parents when she was 10 were like, "Yep, here you go. There's your hormone blockers. You're solid." And now you can't even tell the difference. But for me, I've been on hormones for over 2 years. 2 years. And I really don't look that much different. Not much. No matter how much I keep trying, I curl my hair, I do makeup, it just doesn't usually work. Sometimes maybe I'll get a quick glance and someone will say miss instead. And it just lights up my world. I just feel awesome, at least emotionally. Physically, I hate my life. Every single day since I was a little kid. And I would literally trade anything. I don't know how to make that dream a reality because I'm working full time, 40 hours a week, trying to get back into school, trying to write a novel, trying to do YouTube. And you might say, well, just stick to the one thing. If you're just going to work 40 hours, why not work like, you know, take another part time job, just work all the time? But that's the problem, is that I can't. Am I going to work the other 2 days a week? I mean, I could work the other 2 days a week part time and get maybe an extra $50. What, seven? Yeah, like $50 minus tax. Nah, I'm just trying to make a life for something that I actually would like to do, and obviously failing at it for the most part. I don't mean to keep you guys for too long. I'm sure most people haven't watched to this point, but I needed to get this out there. Um, whether or not people actually watch it, it's all good. But talking about the things that make you depressed and the things that are on your mind usually help. So that's where I ultimately ended up going with this. I I was just hoping to get something out there, you know, see what's going on. I just it's difficult. It's so hard. Depression is just something that isn't fun, you know. And what's worse is that it technically is always a part of me. I have been feeling like a lot of things aren't fun anymore. For the longest time, I would just sit in here and sleep or play a game for no really good reason without really enjoying it, just to pass time. There are a lot of times when I feel like work is better because I have to remain focused on what I'm doing at all times. So it distracts me from the harsh reality that is this world. Not to mention the fact that, I see all these other things. Like you can go on GoFundMe right now and type in transition surgery or top surgery or bottom surgery, and you can find tons of people who have got a lot more progress than I do. You know why? This is how people do it. They tell their friends, who tell their friends, who tell their friends. I'll get right on that. Hey, one friend. Oh, it led me nowhere. Yay. That's why my book I can't even get close to doing that. That's why this channel doesn't grow quite so much. Because the way things grow initially is through this friends to friends to friends to friends talk. And it's just not working for me. Not that I'm surprised. So it makes it difficult. It makes it difficult to find a reason to truly live. And some days I just come home after work, I eat, and I go to bed because I'd much rather be in the realm of my dreams than here. But other times I just sit here and I brood over everything because I can't fall asleep. It's funny that I'm either so tired that I fall asleep early, or my mind is so restless and angry and frustrated and sad that I just sit here and think for hours and get maybe 2, 3 hours of sleep at most in a night. I'm just, it's tough, you know. It's hard to believe that I've lived like this for well over a decade. And I still can't believe it myself. I'm kind of impressed I'm alive, though, considering my past. But it's difficult. It really is. It's when I'm watching a show, so like for instance, watching Sakura Trick, a cute lesbian show where two girls like kiss the entire freaking time. It's it's not like anything too spectacular or anything, but most people, especially lesbian girls, would watch it and they'd be like, "Oh, this is so cute. Oh man, this is what I want." But for me, it just makes me so depressed because I feel this huge mix of emotion. Yes, it's exactly what I want, and yes, it's super cute, and yes, I like it. But at the same time, I don't and will never have that. Even if I were able to somehow muster $50,000, the surgeries would not bring feeling to a specific area needed for relations of such kinds. Not the one shown in Sakura Trick. That's just kissing. That's pretty obvious. But you get what I'm saying. Feeling in that area is kind of important for the whole sex thing, which obviously I can't do now. I just can't handle it. It's not there, and that's a depression story for another time. But even if I get the $40,000, I won't be able to feel anything down there, which will take away a lot of pleasure and will decrease the, I guess, value of such relations. No matter how much I try, I can't fix that. I'll never be able to have kids. Ever. At least through me. But probably ever in general, because again, I can't do the whole sex thing, so it's probably not going to be through another person. Which, while adopting is great, I would much prefer to actually go through the whole process. I know it's excruciating. I know it's painful. That's not what matters to me personally. Uh, a lot of people prefer to go through it this way, not just me. You know, it feels more authentic. It feels more connected to the baby, and it's something that I have dreamed about when I was a little kid. I still remember, like in fourth, I want to say it was like fourth, fifth grade. I want to say it was fourth, fifth grade that I was having these, because I was looking up on the internet that there was this surgery that I could get. And I was like, well, maybe I'm saved if I could just get this. And so I had this image that it fixed me, which I was so naive back then. But I wish that it did so bad. I remember there was a time in, I want to say it was like around seventh grade. I remember I played football. I like football a lot. Um, you know, I wish I could play women's football, but they'd probably kill me, to be honest. Um, but I played football back then, and I just remember leaving. I was getting frustrated because I was the backup corner, and I was going through a tough time at practice. I was about the same size as I am now, except shorter. Um, and I remember leaving a note and hoping that my parents would read it. So I left a note on the table in my room, and I told them that I was trans and that I wanted to be a girl more than anything, and my goal was to be the first female ever to go into the NFL. I remember it so clearly. But they never actually went into my room when I went to football practice. And I came back and I crumpled it up and I tore it up and I threw it out. And I said I was happy that they didn't read it because I feel like they wouldn't have looked at me the same, which they haven't since I told them. Not that I really would want them to look at me the same, but I meant like that in a positive way. Like I'm still their kid. Like, oh, you're a girl? Okay. That's what I was hoping, but look where we are. Yay. I don't mean to be that person. Again, people probably stopped watching forever ago, but again, I feel like talking it out just helps me. Talking it out just helps me, and I feel like this is the most authentic way to do it, in kind of a separate vlog. But I have to say that my depression is really eating me up. And the fact that my depression is eating me up as bad as it is, it directly impacts my YouTube abilities, I guess you could say. Because instead of doing a bunch of stuff, I'm here rambling and being depressed because I don't think I can muster the courage or the acting skills to be happy go lucky for an entire episode of Hoopla. Not to mention, it's simply just unhealthy. I force myself to pretend to be happy enough at work. No matter how much I seem to try, nothing seems to work. I try and distract myself with games. I can't distract myself with friends because I don't have anything here. And I'm alone. So I try and distract myself through YouTube, through gaming, through writing. Basically anything that can take me to a different reality. Because this one sucks. I mean that very, very truly. In my soul, I believe it sucks. So, I mean, I don't really know what else to do about that. Well, thank you guys for watching. Um, I'd really appreciate it if you guys let me know in the comments if you guys would be even willing to donate. I don't think I'll receive any as per the usual, but if you guys would, that'd be super cool. And I'd like to apologize for the inconsistencies that are likely going to result as not only of this but future depression attacks. As much as I'd love to just continue making videos at tremendous quality and stuff like that, I just don't know about it. Tomorrow I'll probably be recording the next episode of my top 100 anime of all time. We'll see how I'm feeling, but I just want you guys to know that that's a huge deal for me, and that this is tough. This is very tough. I really appreciate any shout out. I got a share on my Sakura Sadist live stream, which I appreciate the hell out of. I really appreciate it, because if you guys can share my channel with other people and potentially get more subscribers and more people to watch future videos, like it just means the world to me. Because I do this not only for myself, not only because I want to do this, but because I want to share my stuff, these games, my reactions and experiences with you guys. And I want you guys to be as entertained as I have been. I watch a lot of different YouTubers on YouTube, and I just know that it's kind of fun and distracting and immersive to be part of a YouTube community and to watch these videos and to see what other people react to. As soon as I finished Doki Doki, I had to go see how other people reacted to the specific events that happened throughout that game. I had to see what happened when Monica jumped up in the front of the argument, or how they reacted to the ending, or how they reacted to Sayori's death, or things like that. And it's fun to see other people's reactions and to be part of that, you know. Not to mention, just all of the interest in what other people are doing, and to see, whether or not perhaps there's this YouTuber I like that is playing this game I've never heard of. Maybe it's good. Those type of things. So I will do a lot of visual novels in the future. Again, like I've said before, I have Doki Doki all finished. I have Foxhime Zero all finished. I have BBB all finished. You guys have no idea what that is, but that's fine. It's a lesbian visual novel. We'll get to that after Doki Doki's finished. I really want visual novels to be the main focus moving forward, especially free ones, obviously, or really low price ones. I found out that Foxhime is a thing, which came out before Foxhime Zero, interestingly enough. I might do that one for $2 and record that and just add it to the end of Foxhime Zero as like an episode 8 or 7 and potentially 8. I don't know exactly how long Foxhime Zero is, but I just the point I'm trying to make is that every little bit that you guys can do to help me is appreciated, whether or not it's telling someone that they might like this series, whether it's donating or remind or telling me that you'll donate, whether it's simply commenting and telling me anything or liking the video. You know, all of this stuff is extremely appreciated and helpful, and I just gotta say that I really am grateful, and I hope that you guys can understand, what I'm trying to go through, or at least attempt to. And I'd just like to thank you guys a lot for all your support and help. And I'll see you next time.